All right. Morning, good afternoon, wherever you are on this planet. We still got 12 minutes till the open. Running a little bit late, but we all good. First of all, looking at the weekly profile here, where are we situated at? So we basically tested yesterday the lows here, that first target, that prior range low on the week, and that value area low from the week before. Bouncing or trading against that value area low from last week, the 900s here. So this is going to be a level I want to see gained with I just want to see price trade obvious above it, and for longs towards that prior POC and repair that poor structure. I want to see some conviction. That was the word I was looking for. I want to see some conviction in price trading above that level for longs. And if we sell off from here, we basically are still rejecting the value from last week. Then trades towards that lower target makes sense again. But I think she might want to push up. We'll see what happens. On a daily session profile. So we got a full sessioning yesterday. Setting the levels here. Range low. Value low. Point of control stays the same, it seems. Again, at the 773s. Value area high, basically range high. So as it stands, we're about to open in value, which would indicate there's a high probability of ranging price action. Unless we start trading above value or below and start rejecting up or down with conviction. So especially for upside, I want to see price trade above that value area high, prior range high, which is going to line up with that weekly value area low. So once price starts trading above that with conviction, setups to the upside would make a lot of sense for trades towards last week's Friday and above, repair that structure. So from a long side, I like it basically as long as we stay above that POC, trade towards that value area high, prior range high, look for continuation. If she fails, a trade towards the other side obviously starts to make sense for a value rotation, especially once we start trading up below that POC from yesterday. For trades towards value area low at 617. See what happens there. Do we continue? Do we bounce? Do we have news? Got minutes later on, but that's not really a thing. Just no rates being set today. I hope I'm done before that happens. Morning, guys. Morning. Yeah, so a little bit of narrative here. So that prior weekly value high is going to be a key level for price. If we start trading above that, obviously it's going to be looking really good for moves up. If we fail that level, especially if we fail the POC, I'm looking for the value area low, prior range low, see what happens there. But yeah, let's go to that overnight. See what happened in the overnight here. Still got like 8 minutes, but we'll get a good idea of what she's trying to do. Already seeing that the value area high is going to be very tight with the aggression on top. It's basically at the higher volume node. Tight. Big seller at that POC though. Now value low towards low volume. Use the business zone. Value area high is basically low volume node too. It's basically a line, a thick line. And then the aggression is going to be at that high volume node here, 948s. Let's see what we got on the bottom side here. So the buy aggression is down low, 35, 734, 735. Let's see how that looks when I overlay the prior sessions levels. Yeah, for longs, above value, above prior range high makes sense, but gotta be careful with the value area high and the aggression on top. Those gotta go. If those don't go, she could reject. If that goes, it's gonna be looking real good for moves up. For downside, I still kind of wanna, if we sell off here, I still wanna look for longs until we see what happens if we hit that POC. That overnight aggression, maybe we regain, find buyers for a move up, could be a thing. But especially, I kind of want to be holding off with the shorts if price sells off initially. 735s. I want to see that aggression fail, basically. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I saw it. I saw the update when I was launching, but I'm not updating right now. I'm waiting till I'm done trading, probably, maybe this weekend. Four minutes. All right, still need. So I'm also going to use some swing points here for just price action wise. See if we break structure, trade back in range. So basically for me, the range is going to be 802s to the 960s. She might require some patience upon open. We're basically in the middle of distribution here. Looks heavy though, but we'll see what happens. No need to push. Shit, still gotta set up trade cup here. Gotta be quick. Okay, I think we Gucci. I still need more screens though. We're about to open. Basically, this swept the highs, lows here. They're trying to buy it, but they're getting wrecked here. Huge buying, price going down. It's that POC from yesterday. A lot of buying going on here. Not something I want to find out, I think. Let's use the brain. Brain says wait. Morning, Nicholas. Big ass candle though. Super brutal. Sir? I took the worst position. That's what you get for being impatient. At the same time, don't want to give it more room. That don't make no sense. Trying to buy it, but just getting sold into. That opening price needs to freaking go. Like 809s. Start stepping in. It's gonna flush hard if my stop gets wicked. Trade above the 800s. Such a bad trade, such a bad entry. So stepping in again. Drawing my stop a little bit tighter. This would have been a better entry location. It's still rejecting that opening price too. A little bit of absorption, so he has to push through. 820s here, 27s. Otherwise, no bueno. Too early. That was just bad execution. Anticipating price to really be aggressive on the way up. Should be good. Volume should be good. Brutal candles though. Shit ton of buy aggression here. Anticipating the absorption. Got a lot of buying going on here. We got some absorption on the bottom. Anticipating price to stay above. Could be very, very, very wrong. If that bottom 1 weeks, I'm expecting way more down towards that aggression level. So then I don't want to be in that position. Still like the area though. Nope. I think someone needs some more patience. Buyer stepping in here, they gotta push through 790s now. Otherwise, my stop is very likely to be I'm going break even on this position. Opening price has to hold for me. Not looking Hutch. These big candles with 60. It's nearly 100-point candles. Well, that was brutal. It still makes sense though. That's the worst part about it. Buy aggression. That's sell aggression. Let's buy aggression. Push through, buddy. I'm losing interest. Break even. It's a lot of business being done here. Jesus. I think this is my cue to slow down. Idea is still valid, but look at what's going on here, dude. Did it really? Could have kept my stop 92s. Probably should have done that. I'm just not a fan of like all the green bubbles, selling, stepping in, rejecting. She's building though. She's probably gonna pop. Brutal. Like the move back up to very high of the overnight though. But yeah, fuck. Ideal trade location was around the 800s. Protection was on the trapped sellers on the bottom. 750s. Did I mismanage? Probably. Just scary candles. Very scary candles. Big seller. Big seller. 848. So they got absorbed a little bit lower at the 830s here. Last shot for a long for me. Send it. Break even. Do that. My buddy, my friend. What is gonna hold you back from? We had value area high from last session. Prior range high 890s. Want to see price trade above. Want to hold for the move, but I'm late now, it seems. Candles are just too big. I'm just getting too impatient with it. Might want to wait for price to develop above value now before I get involved, or something obvious should pop like we just did. Basically, this candle created a sellers were unable to push through, so that level became absorption. 830s, still hitting it, still rejecting this level for now. Again, sellers here. I'm just not the biggest fan, dude. Got a lot of fucking bows on my screen, that's what I know. Still like it. Stop should be below 822s. Patience, Korn, patience. That would have been a nice stop. Heavy selling going on here. From a RTH profile perspective, I'm not a fan of rejecting value high. That makes sense for a move back to POC. At the same time, everything above 802s, I still kind of want to be long-minded. Just a pullback, bro. Trying to see what's going on here. Just not a fan of longing when prices hit those levels. Especially that buy sell 821. They're in control as long as we stay below. I feel I'm gonna get trapped so hard. So I was right, I'm long above 800s. I'm gonna wait for this to develop. Either way, it's good shop around here. If she doesn't push current highs. Got too many bubbles on my screen. Let's see if we can. Well, that didn't do much. This is freaking 30 points. Damn.
Inside of the scope, I'm taking it healed and coming for more. Woke up, didn't even stretch. I'm placing my bets on myself. I be doing the most. Why you always talk like you wanted to go? I ain't gotta speak cause I already know. This ain't been new to me, a news to me. I came out the womb unique. Shine bright like jewelry. Of course, you don't wanna fool with me. I got views to see and gifts to use. I got everything to gain and none to lose, and he can prove. I took his burden and yoke. It's like moose when I hit the moves. You can't tell me anything. I'm spitting the truth. When I'm in the booth, I take you to school. This ain't a lesson I put on.
This is a prior range high. Continuation.
My props are these utilities he put inside of my belt. Feeling me, it's just the face I can tell. But really the king is the one you can smell. This ain't been new to me, a news to me. I came out the womb unique. Shine bright like jewelry. Of course you don't wanna fool with me. I got views to see and gifts to use. I got everything to gain and none to lose, and he can prove. I took his burden and yoke. It's like moose when I hit the moves. You
Trailing that low, that candle. What? Disrupted, so only 2 accounts are following? So only my funded accounts are following right now. I mean, I guess that's good. What the fuck is this bullshit? Annoying as fuck. Fucking trade copiers, dude. Let's go, buddy. You get some more to go. Or do you want to wick me before you do it? Top of the hour is gonna close in 3 minutes. So I was trying to step in here. Don't really want to add. Do I want to add, but I'm not gonna add that high up. Might just secure some more profits. Come on, man, do the fchu. Fchu. She's fchuing. Nice. Let's fucking go, buddy. Let's fucking go. Let's get greedy. Like to be greedy. Just trail around. Either way. Very likely to get a pullback at these levels though. Some kind of reaction with me being this tight as I am. Sour stepping in. Did it put me in another position? Sir. Right, we out. We out. Fucking Apex connection, man. What the fuck's going on with you? Fucking bullshit, man. What software I'm using? DEEPCHARTS, sir. Link in the chat for you. You need to market data off on Rhythmic, but my Rhythmic connection, I'm working to a Rhythmic connection, but a separate one, my own one. And then I'm just connected to the data from, not the data, but the account to the broker from the futures and the one from Apex. So I know what the fuck's going on. That shit gets me annoyed, to say the least. Well, at least we made the money on the funded account. Yeah, Apex tripping, man. Apex freaking tripping. So I'm using that web application Trade Syncer, and on that platform I'm connecting all the brokers, but I'm just using my own rhythmic connection in DeepCharts. I don't need the prop firm's connection, if that makes sense. So I'm just using the one that's provided towards or through DeepCharts, the one I bought through DeepCharts. So I have no idea what's going on with Apex. I'm just re-adding everything. It's annoying, man. All fucking good. The revals either way, but like half of them would have gone funded. That was the plan. All good. All good. Again, disrupted. Like it's not, it's connecting, but it's wait, can I show this? Do I show it? Is there anything I can't show on here? Now it's connected. So the left side was saying it was disconnected and disrupted. This thing is just tripping balls, man. I need confidence in software like that. Anyway, back to profiles. Let's see what's up in the profile land. Right, so now we're getting that move above the prior weekly value area high. I want to see conviction here. I want to see it above. I want to see buy aggression. I want to see trend from here. So again, also on the daily perspective, above that prior value area high, above that prior range high, looks good. We're trading towards that high from Friday at 995s. Probably wicks that, see what happens here. Very likely want to see continuation from that level. So I kind of want to mark out this level. Rename this level. So Friday, whatever makes sense like this. Probably could have been a good target too. Look at the buying, dude. Look at the buying. This is the this was the one we were like waiting for. God damn it. Shit ton of buying. There's a lot of poor structure on a higher time frame too. Above here, like you can just see the 4-hour candles just ripping down. That's poor structure. So if she starts trading inside of this, she's gonna go back up the same way. I think probably very likely. We'll see. We'll see. No, not opening rhythmic. This one might require some patience for a pullback towards some buy aggression. That's a lot of buying. That's a lot of buying. See if I can spot some aggression on the sell side here. That has to breach. So profile wise, if I look at what is this, last week's Thursday, no, it's the session from the sell-off here. I'll be looking at the aggression here. That's heavy sell aggression. I'll be looking for this to have some sort of reaction. And for continuation, I want to see price above this level. If this one breaks, there's a few more, but it's going to be looking really good for continuation back up to the highs of basically that weekly point of control. Yeah, very likely. Then from a weekly perspective, it needs to trade longer inside of value with more conviction and getting acceptance back into weekly value. But looks good for a move back to, yeah, prior weekly POC. Might be a little bit early to call it, but that's what I would look for, especially if we trade above 80s, 90s here. So from an overnight perspective, basically the red line and the orange one here, pull back towards those levels is still very valid for continuation. Has to make sense though. There's a ton of buying here at that level where I got out, basically. 90.47s. Yeah, it's basically where I got out. That's where the real buying stepped in. I stream often. I started streaming like a month ago, like 3 weeks ago, and I try to be consistent doing this every day. So very likely to see somewhat of a deeper pullback, poor structure to the upside too. Basically created a little bit of structure towards 950s here. Pull back towards that level is not, would not be wrong. Just very volatile open here. Like was long 2, 3, maybe 4 times. Anticipating something like this. Just came back one more time. Kind of flipped my position here because someone was trying to short the level he was needed to buy. Then flipped it, saw the absorption, night candle continuation made sense. It's worth a shot. Again here, but I'm not really interested. That's a really shallow pullback. Makes sense though, still above that Friday high. I would like it a little bit lower to get some more juice initially. And I'm really debating to get myself a cup of coffee. I think I might just do that. I'll leave the profiles up here. So the upper red box, I'll be looking for any sort of reaction if she pushes through initially. All right, I'll be right back. So much for a pullback, it seems. Should have added more. Someone needs to download some more music too. Some for tonight. Everything's still connected. Apex, little shits. So still using that Friday high from last week. Am I right? Yeah, the high from Friday from last week as support, which is good. I just wanted somewhat more of a, what, this is 50 points? Damn. I'm just anticipating somewhat of a reaction at that aggression level on that profile from Thursday. Someone's muted. So we're basically hitting that aggression level on that profile level from Thursday right now. For continuation, you obviously want to see it trade above. We'll see, we'll see. $30, 40 point trade. Would have not been too mad about that. Let's see what happens if we get in the full session. It's a lot of buying here. Still looks healthy. Ton of buy aggression on top, which is still good until it's trapped. Just again, not something I want to get involved in. I want to see some more meat on the bone. Case to be made for me to be more patient with exiting my position, especially after taking profits. I could have been more patient. Potentially be in the last squeeze here and they get stopped out. Would have been another 80 points. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. initial balance closes in 90 minutes. Overnight profile. So for me, the trade location to go long made a lot of sense. It was just super volatile. Huge candles, whippy, 100-point candles up, if I'm not wrong. Like 80 and no continuation. It's kind of brutal there. But yeah, overall the idea was buy the low, the sell value high. Could have been less aggressive with taking profits there. That's one thing. Yeah, it's always easier looking back. Candles slow down too, like a lot. Sir, short, sir. I'm waiting along. Not sure in this. To keep me short, probably price has to trade below 960s again, at least. Or we trade above that aggression box right there and we fail, we draw back into. That could be an aggressive short idea. But again, I'm price is trading back into prior weekly value. So on the bigger picture, I'm long-minded. I see the poor structure going to move down. I'm anticipating price to do somewhat the same and trade back towards that POC at the 360s and potentially higher. But overall, I kind of want to be long until overnight higher. I don't want to fight the strength. There's a shit ton of buying here. I don't want to force any shorts in this environment. I want to join the strength here, but I want to join something that gives me more meat on the bone, like more expected value on the trade. If I go long here, yes, could work. She could go up forever and never pull back, but kind of want to wait for somewhat more of a pullback. Maybe she goes like 960s again, somewhat, and continue from there, like sweep all those high lows we made, get people out of their long position to reload to the upside. I mean, she could pull back, but again, like I don't want to fight an uptrend. It's not because you could, like, it's exhausted. It looks exhausted, like extended exhausted. Yes, you could take the short from it, but I'd rather just save myself the mental capacity to look for something that makes sense with the strength of the market than potentially getting stopped out over and over because I want to force something, and especially time the pullback, because this can still just grind up. But yeah, no financial advice for sure. Or looking at my profiles. Jesus. Wrong screen. You can see it on the in the deep trades. On the low side, you see the red bubbles. Candle closes above. That's weakness from my point of view. People selling and they're just getting bought up. There's a passive buyer being way more aggressive than the shorts. The manipulation candle. What is the manipulation candle, sir? Like 32s? Then still I would be looking for longs. That's where I would get interested in looking for longs once we start trading below these levels here.
Decimals. Look, told them that I'm about to run it now. Too much money out of music, dog. Now the bank account is never running now. Educated on the business, said when I'm talking to him, I can dumb it down. At the summit of this mountain, dog, and I'm camping out. I'm never coming down. Look, pipe down. I don't care who's next.
Still hitting that aggression level, unable to push through. Definitely not interested in going long against it. Above it, yes, or more pullback. So I'm looking for here. See what happens if we get some more information here. Pull back towards that level. See absorption, see the buyers, and join. That's something I want to do. Potentially. Biggest buy block is still at that 950 level, 946. So basically price pulling back towards that level here. Still would be looking good. Let's create a nice green box. IB closed 20 seconds ago. A micro POC. Makes sense, sir. Structure from this structure created looks like unfinished business left. So anticipating price to wicked either way. Still like that. want to see more. Just way too shallow again. She definitely slowed down a lot. Looking for that move towards 96s now. Sir, micro puck. I know what you mean, but I'm not sure which candle. I think it's bar puck. I think it's an indicator. Not sure. Let me see. Bar puck. Yes, this one. Maybe I need some different colors for a bar puck. I don't want to mess with this right now. But this is the one you mean, right? Just a POC per candle. Damn, man, she's like standing still right now. It's like the opposite of the open. Or did my connection just drop? Yeah, all of a sudden I got a delay of 35 seconds. So slow. Like volume just disappeared. Trap something? Again, price standing still here. Delay about, like, again, delay message. Anyone else having delays? Like she's not even moving, just lag, standstill. No bueno. Just looking for something aggression wise to make sense. If she moves up, we're looking for that aggression here to be used as support, and then the aggression on top on the higher time frame. Still potentially a support resistance flip on this level. We just mark this out. Then again, hitting that higher aggression level, but it makes sense because this is like unfinished business in my opinion here. To like 74s to get wicked. But yeah, no more aggression here. I don't know what's going on. Is it my platform? Is it connection? No idea. Guess I'm just not gonna be part of it. I get some buy aggression. Now we get some buyers stepping in at that level. I do like it for a push up, could be a quick break even. Something like that, then that poor structure gets repaired, and then continuation. I'm just in for 2 micros, which is not a lot. A lot of business being done here. Can we get the continuation, or does she fail? $198. So overall, I'll be looking for big target here, basically somewhere around here. See if this trade up here. Now it's working. Now it's working. So still hitting that aggression. Very likely to get stopped out here. Just getting absorbed hard that level. Move made sense for a trade towards 74, 75s here. Just not sure why that box is not popping up on my entry chart. And I would add, but I want to see sellers get absorbed. And don't want to add against that wall. It's very likely to get back to the level where my stop is. Just like that. And then this still is a break-in retest of that level. Let's see if we get some absorption. Buyers try to step in here. Was getting flushed. Very likely a move towards the 20s again then. Just volume right up so hard. Also hitting that initial balance high, rejecting that. Not ideal. Not ideal. So from that perspective, can she hold? Definitely not the biggest fan here. Just hitting that wall, not a fan against that level at all. Start stepping in, get absorbed. Was a little bit too aggressive, very likely. Yeah, I don't want to be part of it if she wicks that current low. So volume just dried up. Like there was so many bubbles prior, just nothing anymore. Go up. Yeah, it's getting that against that freaking wall. That's why I didn't really want to push buttons against it. Because of this exact reason. I dare you to it's gonna be a very aggressive break even, but I don't want to see failure continuation from the IB high. Push through that sell aggression. If it does it, it could get really volatile, I reckon. Stop in profit $9. Thank you very much. Continuation. Still hitting that level. Still hitting that level. Don't want to be part of it if it... Yeah. Should I give it until the aggression? 50 bucks? Let's give it 50 bucks. Probably should have been more, like 100 here. Let's give it the benefit of the doubt here. For the stream. Because we want to see the... Then again, why would I give back money once we trade above 80s? I'm break even, whatever happens. I basically already want to be break even. If the levels pop, but she just... That's what we want to see. Right now, we want to see continuation from that big green bubble. Sir, might do after my trade, but I didn't notice anything about. I'm just looking at the things I'm looking for, not really looking for the micro PC at the moment. Do like it above that initial balance high though. Still inside of that aggression level. Here on the profiles, she has to push what is it, 88s, 90s, basically where she's rejecting from 90s. 90s is the level. Heavy selling stepping in. This gotta be absorbed immediately. Like right now, Nasdaq. Nope. Again, not a fan against long against that level for this exact reason. This might take some time for better trade location to develop. Still good above 60s though, but yeah. Not too keen to be in that move. Try to long at a micro POC. Oh yeah, it's just like the POC in that wick, for example. Yeah, I would if there was sell aggression. There's no volume in this section. That's the issue with the long here. So now sellers are trying to step in, but they're winning the game at the moment, so I don't want to go from that. So at this point, this could be a nice trap. buyers need to step in.
I'm spitting the truth when I'm in the booth. I take you to school. This ain't a lesson. I put on this armor like it was my weapon. I'm stepping. The ops can leave. My props are these utilities he put inside of my belt. Feeling me, it's just the face I can tell. But really, the king is the one.
Weak prior candle.
This ain't been new to me, a news to me. I came out the womb unique. Shine bright like jewelry. Of course, you don't wanna fool with me. I got views to see and gifts to use. I got everything to gain and none to lose. And he can prove I took his burden and yo, it's like moose when I hit the moves. You can't tell me anything. I mean anything. That's for sure. I already know. I know my identity. My identity from the go. I told you I already know. You can't tell me anything. I mean anything. That's for sure. I already know. I know my identity. My identity from the go. I already
Now I'm only long through micros. Now she's gonna go to the moon. Just watch. Just waiting for buy aggression to add, but yeah. Volume obviously is, I don't know, somewhat tapering off probably. I don't know. I'm getting hungry. That's what I know. Can we trade past the 90s? This is the level that gets to go. Again, the stop also is back in this bad spots, like just consolidating above here. To give the trade room, it should be under the 51s, like under the absorption. I just don't want to start racking up losses like end of the session for me. We made $1,000 in total on the funded accounts, which is not a bad thing. I'm just trying to see if I can get those Apex accounts out of the hole. I think if that flushes, this got freaking legs though. Damn, I'm again sharing the wrong screen. Dude, I need more screens for my stream. I need stream software to be up there all of the time. But yeah, long again after that absorption on that level. 9 is gotta push through here. That's a big red box level on the higher time frame. Think if that pops. Oh yeah, I see you, Mall of Wind. I see you. Damn, people taking bangers. Nice, nice. Well done, guys. Well done. So now we're past that level, that wall. I want to see continuation. I want to see get used as support. We're also trading outside of initial balance, which is a good thing. The initial protection level gives us take profit. Makes a lot of sense combined with the profiles here. So I'm looking at the next buy aggression or sell aggression from that day, which is going to be at the 200, and that initial balance indicator from DeepCharts is basically pointing that out perfectly. It's a bit a greedy target, but yeah, that's the idea. That's the trade idea overall now that we stay above 90s here. Let me use color. We might sweep, but I want to see that regained ASAP and trade above. If we start trading below, we might just flush. Then this could have been somewhat of a manipulation move to get more business done. But it looks good. You got a big ass strength. A lot of buyers. We got absorption on a level of interest. We paused that big red box. I like it. I do like it. One thing I don't like is that I'm just long 2 micros. That's the only bad part about this. Could have potentially started adding late when she started breaking out. Think I'd rather keep it break even, and when she pulls back and keeps me in the trade, potentially add more aggressive. Let's draw some more information in. So big buyer at 73s. Basically the IB higher. Kind of want to see this whole support really. Somewhat of a battle going on here. Are they going to get absorbed? I'll take the shot. So I added here someone in a bad position, place. So I don't want to see price trade under those big red bubbles. So I'm just adding until my average drags up. So I'm going to be out either way. If that punches lower, it's fairly likely it gets my break even. I'd rather be in that position with more size if that pops. Yeah. But yeah, it has to trade above the 90s. Above the 90s. Structure here too looks like a little bit of exhaustion too, like imbalance up, imbalance down. If I'm not wrong. No, not really. Trying to find the 200 level, but the juice is out of the move. She needs a deeper pullback for that, I think. Also, where's the buyers? Where's the buyers tipping? There's no buyers tipping in. Where's the buyers? Hitting that POC here. So gotta push through 95s now. If we reject like we just did, not a fan. Not a fan. What, I was top of the hour too? Like 2 minutes ago? Dude. Continue, my friend. Still trading above IB 75, so that from that point of view looks really good for moves towards the upside. So not really anything that tells me get out of your position until we start trading below that aggression, where my stop is basically. It's gonna be a $20 trade if it hits. Trade copier is doing its thing though. Just need a little bit more and I'll be break even on those accounts that were not trailing earlier. At the same time, if this trade stops me, I'm losing interest finding this level and I don't want to short. So I might just go for some food if she does that. What's it gonna be, Nasdaq? What's it gonna be? Down. Up, down, what you wanna do. Me gusta mucho. All right, let's put some strategic take profits here. So I took 2 contracts off. I still got 4 going. I'm going for the value low from last Wednesday's profile. It's at the 142s. So I'm aiming for the 138s, a little bit lower. And then 2 more running for that upper extreme level. Does it happen? Very likely not, but at the same time, I kind of want to trail tides. I want to secure profits. Kind of want to do that on sell aggression though. But if that stops me out here, those other accounts will be break even or somewhat profitable on the day. And price slow down that much. I'm getting exhausted too. Mental capacity, mental part is starting to struggle. Starting to get hungry too. So it's probably a good cue to, if she stops me out, to take a walk, stretch my legs, get some food, come back, journal, review, and do it all over again tomorrow. So spot here, trading spot, very bad spot. She doesn't really continue from here. She's gonna get me out of that position. All right. P and L card. Let's see what we got cooking today. Right, so 2 funded accounts up 800, and then all the others are trailing Apex accounts that I was building for to get funded. Those were in a hole. Trade copier failed when I started getting out of the hole, so I just basically with that lost trade got them out of that hole because of the condition issue. Yeah, I think I'm Gucci. And was I streaming the wrong chart again? Bro, what are you doing? So again here, P&L chart. All those Apex accounts, evals, could have been, should have been funded, like at least 3 of them. The other ones were just barely 1,000 up. They're basically break even. It's all good. We made money on the funded accounts. That's what's most important. Maybe a quick little recap on the day. What do you think about that? So we basically opened up right above the prior POC. Initially very volatile upon open, but the idea is if price stays or consolidates above a high volume node and then shows buyers or trades above, the idea is next targets to the upside, value area high, prior range high, which it then did very aggressively. Above those levels, we start trading back into value from the prior week. So overall, the idea on the weekly becomes that we will do a value rotation. The longer we stay inside of this prior weekly value, the more acceptance we get, the more likely it is, or the higher probability we'll get to a value rotation of last week's value. So basically, initially move towards 366s, that weekly POC. So yeah, turned really bullish in the end here. It just started struggling against that aggression level here, which was not really a fan of trading against you, but yeah, that happens, I guess. Wasn't really keen on waiting for a bigger pullback, because for good entry, good trade location, this is the overnight session here. For good trade location, this was obviously on the lows, very volatile. I was trying to get involved for that trade idea. Basically, I got stopped out a few times in that aggression. There's very aggressive moves here, but the ideal Expected value, risk to reward wise, was on the low here. After 90 minutes, nearly 2 hours of trading, we are like up 360 points up without really any decent pullback. So expected value of the trade becomes lower and lower for me. The risk becomes higher, or the reward becomes lower. I kind of want to be on the opposite. I want to have bigger targets, more juice on the trade too. Yeah, overall not bad. But I think I need to leave it at here, because I'm just gonna start over trading this right now, and I don't want to do that. For longs, I want to give it I want to get involved in price, see some lows here, regain some levels. At this point, I'm not interested in longing anymore. So that's it. Thanks for joining. I'll see everyone tomorrow. Peace.